Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. Thank y'all for joining. And not financial advice, educational purposes. Shorting small caps is very, very risky. So let's get into it. I haven't been up alert oriented very long, but so I'm not in any positions, but I am ready for the 7 o'clock news. I have my trade ideas up. Yesterday was a pretty good day. Didn't trade a ton, but it was a good day. So I'm hoping for another good pre-market today. Let's see what's in store for us. Seven o'clock. I don't know if y'all saw TBN. That thing was acting up. CLGN's up 58%. Grabbing some locates now. What is going on with this one? Dang, it's already starting to fall, so. Getting pulled up now. CLGN. Got a position at 5. Oh, let's go. Let's go. So what's going on with this one? Oh, we're at a pretty good level, so I'm not in very heavy, but I gotta figure out what's going on with this one because it's tanking now. Man, I should have took profits, but I'm about to just add some more here. Announces positive result for non-clinical study. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna see if it falls farther. NLSP, I don't know why I can't hear it, but that one's popping too. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting a nice little flush. Trim some here. And I am out. Only entered 500 shares, made 400 bucks on that one. I didn't enter super heavy because I didn't really have a chance to see what was all going on with it. But nice. So let's see what this other one's doing. NLSP. And sorry y'all didn't hear that one. My volume was down. And just trading, if you're on, I'll send you the trade ideas stuff here shortly. Whenever I get a break in between some of these trades. NLSP, so this is the one that's pushing. We're getting some levels up here too, though. All right, you got me a little entry here. Very small though, because I haven't done a lot of due diligence on it yet. I'm having trouble securing some locates though. Ooh, and now the price shot up. Float is 3 million, just FYI. Dang. Well, I was not quick to get locates for this one. Or they didn't give it to me. So now the price is way up. So I'm trying to figure out if I really want to get in this one. NLS Pharmaceutical Shareholders Approved Merger. So this is a merger play. These will sometimes hold their gains. And CLGN, I wish I would have went a little heavier on this one. I was only in 500 shares, made 400 bucks on it, almost $100 per share. Should have went heavier. NLSP, I'm probably going to pass. The locates are super pricey right now. And it's merger news, and not all like, let's see. Well, they're not that bad now. Let's see. Oh yeah, but I'm already missing the flush. I know I like to play the tops. But yeah, the locates were a little pricey, so I missed that one. But at least I got this one, SLGN or CLGN. Any of y'all play NLSP? Look at it go. And I'm not against merger news, just want to be clear about it, but merger news sometimes will run. But it really depends on the details of the merger. You know what I mean? Like, relatively, all these crypto treasuries play similar. Phase 2 and phase 3 news usually trade similar, but merger news, it's really hard to predict how they are because it depends on the terms of the merger. You know, is it beneficial to shareholders or is it not? So it's hard to look at that quickly, but apparently this one must not be that great, or people are not interested in merger news today because that's a clean flush. Look at this, guys. Woo. Locates are expensive, so I didn't get in, but that's what you call a flush right there. So mine went down to about that, Joshua, about 11, 12 bucks for locates. But when I first did it, well, let's see. When I first did it, it was much more pricey. No, so it's like 12.05 right now for 1,000 shares, but it was $42 for 1,000 at one point. And it kept when I would accept, it would not take it. So like TradeZero do that sometimes. It'll offer it to you and then it'll be like, sorry, they're no longer available. So
CLGN.
So that's what happened. Is it reversing? Okay. CLGN. Nah, it's still kind of fading. So let's go. Let's go. 400 is not bad for that one play, but man, I wish I would have went heavier. I gave myself a pep talk before this live. It's like, if you see the right setup, bro, go heavy. It worked for you yesterday. But I wasn't quick enough. QLGN's getting a little move right now. I'm about to pull it up. QLGN. I want to see it up a little bit more, but it's moving. And I'm probably going to miss this, and I have missed it, but I'm okay with that, guys. I don't mind missing plays. I gotta make sure it meets my criteria, being up enough. Announces successful closing of 41 million pipe financing, accelerate new business transformation into crypto. So they've already released crypto news previously. So they basically, this is just news that they closed the 41 million pipe financing. This is actually probably a good play if it would have popped a little more, because it's not new crypto news. This is just saying that they closed. It's starting to come back up. If it retests highs, I'll enter it. So I'm gonna go and get me some locates. It's not gonna be up 50%, but this news is weak. Locates aren't too bad either. Dang, it already got up to 640. I didn't see that when it happened. It's tempting to enter here, but I'm not going to because we're still in the teens, percentage-wise. So in the meantime, what is CLGN? Did it ever reverse? Nope. We're getting back up there. What does the daily say about this one? Oh, there's a previous pop to this level. And again, sorry for my regulars that hear this all the time, but I know this one's going to flush, but I like to see it up a little bit more. Because what I hate is get into a stock too early in like the teens, 20%, 30%, and then it just keeps ripping. But I'll get a little entry, test a little entry here. Had one sitting at, well, I thought I got filled. I thought I had one sitting at 649. I guess I didn't. I'm in it now though. But very small because again, we're not up very much. Let me know if you'll see anything else moving. So I'm in it. Like I said, pretty small. And here in the high 640s. Getting a lot of opportunity for an entry. I'm not saying it's, again, not financial advice, not saying my entry's perfect. I do not like entering this early normally, so I would not be surprised if it runs a little bit more. It's hanging out up here. It seems like it wants to break a new high, but a decent flush, I'm gonna get out. Because it's only up 18%. Got out a little here at VWAP. Actually, I'm out. I'm out my whole position. I forgot I was playing small. I went to scale, but there wasn't much to scale, so. It could flush here more, but I get nervous when I've traded for a while. I don't, y'all can probably tell from live, y'all mentioned it before about me saying calm and cool and collected and whatever. I don't get too nervous that much anymore trading, but when I enter stocks that are only up a little bit, it's a little uncomfortable for me because it's just, like I just don't play 18% pops and crap like that. So I'm out for peace of mind. Didn't make much on it, but DPRO, I'm seeing it move right now. Again, I want to see it up a little bit more. I'll pull it up on the, just a second. So DPRO. These little weak pops. Dragonfly selected U.S. Army to supply Flex FPV drone system. I think it's pretty weak, but it's only up 14% right now. So I already had I can't play two pops in the teens in a row. QLG. Oh, it's tempted to enter back into this one right here. I might and just have a really tight stop. I'm not in it yet. I'm debating. Okay, small entry. And just like I said, tight stop. Meaning if it breaks a new high and holds, or if it honestly it probably just breaks a new high, period. Again, I think this one could run. It's barely up. When I say small, like I'm in 200 shares. Okay, yeah. So I'm down like 30 bucks on it. I've entered very small. So I'm gonna just see if it holds. And it looks like it's not. But if it holds above a new high, so I'm in the money now, but again, only 200 shares, so. What did DPRO do? Gee, CLGN died. Again, and if this was like, if this setup was, it's up 21%, if we're up 51% with this congestion, with these previous candles, I would feel pretty good about it. But I just think it could run a little bit more. But I'm in it, so we'll see. Even look at the float on this one. QLGN. I'm gonna just hold these shares just to see if it flushes. Cut if it breaks above this level, or if it closes 5-minute closes above like 667. So pretty tight risk because I got a 656 entry. So tight risk. See if I can hold for a decent reward. 1.67 floats. That's pretty small float. Sorry, I've been looking at the comments. I'll catch up in just a second. Yeah, it's funny. I'm kind of casually looking at the comments now. Yeah, Josh, I don't get too nervous too much anymore, but like even that one that went against me pre-market yesterday, MSS, yeah. Like this makes me more nervous than like one of those plays. Because I've just been rocked so many times getting it. And that's why I say it over and over to you guys. It's like I've been rocked by getting into 20% pops before. Especially in the past where I used to just basically always average up, not cut and re-add or cut and walk away. So if you have an average up strategy and you get in at 20 and then it goes to 100, it's painful. So, but I don't really, I'm a lot more strategic with how I add now. So it probably wouldn't hurt me as bad these days, but getting a little flush here. I'm still holding. Again, only in 200 shares, so small position. If it breaks below this wick, that's a very good sign. Boom. We're going down, guys. I think at least. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. Kumar. I just don't recommend any of them. I just don't, I've tried what is it, Momo or Mometric. I've tried scans with a Z. I've tried a bunch and I just like Trade Ideas better. And speaking of that, I'm about to send. So yes, there are, but I'll let somebody somebody else recommend it. Because I'm just like I said, I definitely recommend Trade Ideas. Outside of TradeZero, out of all my affiliate stuff, Trade Ideas is the one I can't live without. So I'm saving this file for you now, just trading. So let's see, save. Because I updated, I added float to the, I would have sent you my old file just quickly, but you're the first person that's asked for it since I added the float, and it's very valuable. So I want to make sure I get you the newest one. All out of QLGN now. All right, it's in our Discord chat. Then I'll send you the 200 as well. I probably should just add this in the member resources section. Anything else moving? DPRO. Oh, it ended up getting back up to this level. Still only up 60%. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for something else. Getting a flush. Some more news coming out. What is it? 726 news. Some quantum news. RailVision signs term sheet to acquire 51 stake in quantum computer AI. So this one might move. There's just merger RVSN and it says quantum. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one runs. Here we go. Oh, we're at the 200. And we got some previous pops in this level, so I'll play it. I'll play it. I got my locates. I know I say this a lot. You're like, do you ever not enter small? But it's still only up 40% and it's merger news. So all right. I won't enter small here at 54 cents, but I don't love it because I think it's going to run more. So in very small. But finally added some size yesterday. Kind of like trading like this though, smaller, then add size for the best setups. That's what I did during intraday. YCBD was a best play of the day yesterday. Ended up pulling about almost $1,300, $1,200 on it. So it was a 200 play that was up over 200, 300%. Like that's, I love those plays. Because again, y'all know I like the 200 play, but what there's more to it than just the 200. I like seeing them like a drastic move and then approach the 200 because they tend to give out there. And this one might fail here too, but I'm just hold on to this one. I'm in it. Only 1,000 shares though, so basically a $500 position. I thought it would keep running, but up about $100 on it now. $80. Not terrible. All right, just trading. I just dropped them both in the Discord for the trade ideas, my settings. And I'll add that to our resource section later. Okay, let's see. We got the 7:30 news coming in. Nice. I'm still in RVSN. I'm just seeing if it flushes more, since I'm not in very heavy. But I might get out here at 45 cents. Or I'll trim 500 shares. How about that? So let's see if we get some other things moving. SKYQ up a decent amount. Grabbing locates, then I'll pull it up on the screen. SKYQ. I had a previous level marked here, and that's where it went. Another 200 right here. That's probably where the 200 was. Yeah, I probably played it right then. That's when the 200 was. So I'm going to delete that level now. Probably going to miss this play, which is all good. Another 200 fail, guys. They love to fail here. Host is always short, yeah. Play the side that makes money, bro. Think DPRO can drop below 750. I'm looking to enter if it retests 8. Let's see, DPRO. Man, we got a lot of chances to re-enter here. What's the news on this one again? It's only up 19%, so I'm not messing with it. Dragonfly lands U.S. Army deal to build Train Flex FPV drone system. That's one of those news. It's just like it's hard to really gauge it. Yeah, it could, but again, it's just not up very much. It's kind of this. I think it probably will fail, but I probably won't be a part of it because just in case it makes a stronger move up. So yeah, I'd be guessing. But they usually do. And then that news is decent. Like government contracts, army contracts usually run, but they just don't hold. So this one will probably fade. RVSN's negative now. Oh wow. Was I holding some runners? I was, so I need to close these out. Dang, I wish I'd have caught that flush all the way. But I'm content here. I'm just gonna close it. Man, that was a beautiful play. Missed this one. Hope some of y'all caught it. Any of y'all catch SKYQ? Nice job, Alexandru. Let's go. By the way, you had a good day yesterday. You broke your Monday curse. Got some new PRs coming out. Neither one of them really looked that exciting. Not even logged into Stock Titan. So I got the 15-second delay on it. Okay, here we go. I'm surprised SNGX did. No, SNGX had some news, but I guess it wasn't really that great. But I'm gonna pull it up. SNGX. This one likes to run usually, but the news was kind of weak. And they're flushing today, so just take a mental note of that. The reason why I say that is some days, if the first pops run hard, it seems like the rest of them tend to run hard, but same concept in reverse. If things seem to be flushing, the rest of them usually tend to flush. You need one to steal attention away, but overall, most of these are flushing pretty hard today. I should be up way more than I am. SEED, no liquidity. Literally only 8,000 shares have been traded, but it's up 20%. What is Seed doing? Don't see any. Oh, here it is. Origin Architech announces investment agreement, including investment from CEO. And that looks like a Chinese name. So is this a Chinese ticker?
Seed.
Here we go. Still, not very many shares are traded, but look at our old faithful, the 200. Oh, so if it gets up here, I might enter, but it's not very liquid right now. That's the only part that makes me nervous. That's what it did. It got all the way up there, so. I entered at 145 like a degenerate. And I got another order at 148. The reason I said like a degenerate is because this doesn't, I like for it to be a little bit more liquid, but it's actually picking up now. So over 200,000 shares are traded on it. We saw it when only 8,000 shares have been traded on it. So again, I like to see them more in the 50% range, but 30 this morning seems like reasonable. They're not popping too hard, so I'm in it. 140 in the 140s. I would like to add more though, if it gets back up there. Because the news feels a little weak to me, but what's the float on this one? 6 million float, so that's not bad. So let me dig into this news a little bit more. Okay, got my 148 fill. So I'm in a full starter position. I mean, it's still small, but again, starter. What was I going to look up? Oh, yeah, I don't even know what the news. Oh, yeah, I do know what the news is on this one. I was about to look up something, I forgot. Oh, here it is. I wanted to look at the details. So CEO to acquire 2 million shares for 2.4 million. And then there's some institutional investing. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to look at. Is it Chinese company? It is a Chinese company. I trimmed some here at 133. I had order waiting and probably just, and now we're at 130. I trimmed some. So I'm just writing out a couple hundred shares now. And actually the news isn't that bad. That's it's basically the CEO believes in the company, so he's buying shares. So I might just close here. I think we might get a retest. So I'm out. Easy money. Up $1,000. Feel like I've been trading super light, but 1,023 on the morning, not bad. OSTX just released a PR. I don't know if it's running. BENF. I don't know how long you said that, CJ, but I haven't been looking. BENF. Get a little retest here. These pops have just been so good. I wonder if I even want to play a retest, but this one's nice. So, I mean, I'm going to grab a locates. Probably won't enter till like 73, 74. Probably will miss the play, but it is a nice retest. Where did it get up to previously? 75, yeah. All right, I got to order ready if it goes up a little bit higher sitting. And since I have that, I'm gonna set a alert if it gets there, just so it doesn't run against me. Cool. I'm getting some VWAP retests on QLGN, but I'm not gonna dare play it because it's only up a little bit. But yeah, here we go. I'll keep my eye on BENF at this point. And again, I don't expect this to be a quick flush, nor, I know CJ, you've been doing this for a while, nor do you probably, but this might be a nice little slow fade throughout pre-market. Or it could flush quick, but I expect it to more be like a little bit of a slower fade. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So I went ahead and I was going to wait till it got to 73. Got a little baby order, a little small order at 0.708. And then I'll enter the rest of them at 73 and 74 cents. Because I'm not sure we're going to get a full retest, so I wanted to get a position in it. DPRO kind of looks like it's wanting to die now, but again, it's not up very much, so I'm just Wait. You're right, CJ. You are probably right. Here we go. Wow, coming back. So what is this level I drew? Was that the two? Yeah, it's a 200. Might not make it up there. Thanks for the heads up, though. Do you think these crypto pumps will continue or slow down because of how fast they die out? MSS closed at 112 yesterday. Yeah, I probably remember on live stream I was like, this thing will flush. That's kind of been the trend. This thing will flush. It put, it was a roller coaster before it flushed. So just, again, take a mental note of that. I don't trade backside too much. You can tell I like to, as soon as it hits a level, I'm entering. But with these crypto treasury plays, the initial move is so intense, you almost have to wait for it to slow down first, and then it just flushes. But to answer your question, I don't think we'll see it stop. It's a way for it's dilution. It's an offering, basically. It's a way for these companies to steal money from shareholders. Maybe I shouldn't say steal, take money from shareholders and buy like crypto that everybody thinks is going to appreciate over time. So I think we'll keep seeing it. If I was one of these companies, I'd do the same thing. Because if you do regular offerings, it sends the stock down. But if you buy crypto, it makes it at least blow up for a second. And then you can use that money to buy Bitcoin or crypto coin and just throw it in the, just kind of sit on it. What I'm more curious about is in the future, if all these companies have crypto treasuries, let's say, some of them have up to 100 million, 200 million, 500 million, like some of these really small cap companies, like it just makes their value way more than they were. So if it did have a market share of 10 million, if they have 200 million in Bitcoin in the bank, that market cap isn't accurate anymore. If their assets is great, I don't know. It's just, that's the part that confuses me. I haven't really looked into it much, but kind of a high thought more than anything. It's like, how does this work? Yeah, Colin is still perfect this month. Aruba. I talked to him last night. This dude is on a run of a lifetime. The best part about it, he just started shorting. Colin, are you on? How many days in a row is this? Getting a little flush on BNF. Thanks for the heads up, CJ. Not much, but again, like I said, I don't. This isn't going to be like a RVSN flush or a, you know, like this. I think it's just going to be a slow fade. But I like these two though. I like to be in like one of these while I'm trading other things. Just let it fall. There we go. Nice. New low of the move. Colin, where you at? You better not be listening to Ross and not me. Man, we've had some nice flushes this morning. Again, not size very heavy though, because they weren't like intense pops. I'm not going to size heavy on 20, 30% pops or even teens. I played some in the teens, which is wild for me. But a little over $1,000 on the morning, so can't complain. But I only entered 1,000 shares, so basically only a very small position. I just didn't want to get in too early. Only entered 1,000 at 70 cents. Had at 73 another 1,000, at 74 another 1,000, but at least I got in it. So let's see what it does here at the 9. Again, only in 1,000 shares, so I'm only up like 60 bucks, 70 bucks on it. So you notice how it followed the 9 up the whole way? I'm curious if it's going to bounce here. Okay. So we're getting a retest now. So I'm in SKY. That's 71.5 was my first position. The next one will be around 75, I guess. Okay, I'm in it. I'm in. And then my last entry will be 79. Then if it breaks that level, I might just reevaluate the position. What was the news on this one again? This one moves so fast, I don't even think I checked. Oh, I did check. The board authorized to seek 100 million to launch a digital treasury asset. Jesus Christ. But we've already seen the initial move. I'm not saying it can't break a new high. I just want to be very clear. It definitely could. But I'm going to play it because I know where to escape now. If it holds over 80 and I got a good entry, 71 small, bigger size at 75 or 4 is where I added. So if it goes against me, small loss, you know, it'd only be 5 to 10 cents. If it flushes, I could make more on it. And I'm already in the money now, but let's see what happens. CJ, bro, I appreciate you, man. You have made a few good calls this morning. Thank you, thank you. Colin, 57 straight green days. Let's go. He was on vacation in Kentucky for a little bit. Sorry for airing out your laundry, Colin, but the reason I brought that up is because he didn't trade for a few days. So if you're like wondering why it's 57, this dude's a beast. It's because he's got me a phone call away. That's why. I'm just kidding. The best part about it is I've tried to help other people, you know, stay close to them with their trading. Not very many people, but a few. But Colin caught on just quick. I don't think I've ever went 57 days in a row. I've had some good runs too, but 57 is, that's wild. But it shows you what you can do with shorting though. I mean, like, get a nice little flush here. I'm only in 1,500 shares, but I'm gonna hold it, honestly. I don't think I'll take profit anytime soon. 8 o'clock is around the corner. I want to see if I can get a good flush. Probably should, I might trim 500 at what, 64 VWAP? But I'll probably hold some. Because again, pattern, these fade. And not saying this one is guaranteed to fade, but I can only base my conclusion on what the previous ones have been doing. Strong move up, then fade. But I will trim some at 65. I got to order waiting at 65 to trim 500. And I might hit it now. Let's see. It got all the way down to 65.1, but not 65. There you go. So I'm only in 1,000 now. Tempted to just trim it all. I'm out. It'll probably keep flushing, but I think I think we might get a retest. Or not. Here it fades. Y'all know I have a hard time holding some of these flushes. I like to secure profit. Yeah, I think it's going, I might trim some here actually. Speaking of trimming profit, I think it might try to bounce off this 9 a little bit. Or should I hold? I'm not in very heavy. I'm just going to hold this one. BNF. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces off the 9 and we do get that 73, 74 test, or this might be the top. Who knows? Alexandria, I can't even get 5 days. This is my new goal. If I don't take any trades in a day, I will count that as a green day. Mentally, you should count that as a green day. But Colin, it was actually talking about like he actually made money those days, 57 days where he was legit green. But Alexander, you still new, bro. I think you're doing a good job. You're receptive to the advice I give you in the group, so I think you'll have a good shorting career, I'm sure. It's definitely acknowledging the 9. That's what I was talking about earlier, but I'm gonna just keep holding. Even if it bounces here, it's not the end of the world.
Seed.
We get the 8 o'clock fake outs, BNF. Glad I'm holding. I think it's making its next move down now.
SGLY. Stack.
WGRX. They released some news that might, let me see. WGRX. I'm not guaranteeing it's popping, but it's decent news. Yeah. Little move here, but it's not very liquid, so I'm gonna wait, see if it catches some momentum. WGRX, partner with FDA approved diabetes therapy, so I might be a little too early to the move. IBG's bouncing here a little bit. I'm not really seeing anything I love. IBG retest, and now it broke a new high. That's why I didn't enter it. Well, that's not. Oh, it's running too. I'm grabbing some locates. Look, pull up IBG. I'll pull it up here shortly. This thing is hauling butt. Okay, I'm in it. Oh my gosh, I got in at 5. Let's see. Let's see. I'm about to pull it up. Oh my gosh, I made it. I got in at 5 right before it flushed. I'm gonna close. Oh, now I'm closing in the 3s. Thank you, good Lord, for that one. I'll take it. Only entered as usual, playing small. Only entered 500 shares at 5, but I closed at 398, so made 500 bucks on it in like 15 seconds maybe. I love shorting. IBG is moon market. Okay. And again, this is like my double-edged sword. So you know I didn't do any research on this one, and I just got in it because it's hard to explain how I do this. Y'all probably are confused. Like sometimes he looks at the new. So if it's just a dumb parabolic move, I know most of the time it's going to correct to an extent. And I also know $5 is the psychological level. The problem is the reason why these crypto treasury plays gave me such was so painful earlier this year was because of that. Because if I, and even yesterday MSS, remember I saw it was up 200 to 300%. I just enter. So that strategy has worked well for me in the past. If I just see just a stupid intense move, then get in, because at some point it's going to correct. But the reason I got beat up earlier this year is because those crypto treasury plays, when they were making that move and then they would keep moving and then you blink and they were up 1,000%. So just kind of want to explain that, because typically I look at how high it's up, you know what I mean? And if it's just an excessive move, I'm gonna at least get a, like I said, I didn't enter a full 1,000 position there. I only entered 500 because I wanted to do research before I went any heavier, but worked out. Yeah, I shorted it. I made 500 and let's see. That's the only thing I hate about TradeZero mobile. You can't, trying to do the manual math. I'll have to pull it up on the app. A little over 500 bucks though. Nice job, Joey. SKY retest. I don't even know if I want to play it anymore. I'll play it. Actually, I'll play it. I'll play it. Let me get it pulled up. Oh, I'm already in it. I had order waiting. Jesus, that's brave to do on a crypto play. At 79 cents too. I got a nice fill. That was from earlier. That was dangerous though. leaving that order open. It worked out this time though. Alexandru, everybody shorts here. We have some longs too. I'm converting one at a time though. T-Mac, are you on today? Bro, first day as a short, made a couple $100. Like it was nothing. Let's go, T-Mac. So I'm in SKYQ. Just going to see what happens with it. Got a beautiful entry, so I'm going to let it play. It can dance around this level it wants because I'm in at 79 cents. So, because I had the open order. So if it breaks above this level, I'll probably get out. But again, it's only risking a few cents. And so the risk is maybe 5 cents. That's probably exaggerating. Probably less than that, but the reward could be, where did it start at? 46 cents to 79. So what, 33 cents or something? Could be the reward. So just a good risk reward play right now. So I'm just gonna let it dance around, do its thing. If it goes against me, I'm not gonna lose much. So I might let this one just drop. If it decides to drop, that is. But again, follow the trend what the market's doing. Nothing's really holding up. So I think it's a weak small cap day personally. Because I don't know if y'all remember not too long ago, I got like, I wouldn't say frustrated, but maybe a little frustrated because I had a couple losses back to back. And that tends to happen because sometimes when small caps are hot, just like everything moves hard and starts regaining or breaking new highs and stuff. Probably don't get out. Should I get out here? I've already played this a few times. At some point, it's going to flush or break a new high. With nothing else really moving. Is anything else really moving right now? IBG looks like it's bouncing back, but I'm not interested. I wanted that initial move on that one. Since I got a good entry on SKYQ, I'm just going to let it play. AKA, see if it flushes. It's not a big position because, again, that was the next scale in that I had, so it wasn't a full position. So I want to see if it flushes, but would not be surprised if it bounces here. I actually think it probably will bounce here. I switched over to shorting. ORBS was my last long position and my biggest winner. I got long on crypto news and almost everything. Yeah, no, I think that's a smart way to do it. Just play both sides. If you're decent at going long, if you see the right setup, then take it. I'm just not good at going long. So I'm just very biased short. Learning how to short is never going, like, again, it's this good skill to have because to me, it's probably not supposed to say this, but to me, it's just like, I shouldn't say easy money, but easier for me. Just again, you just got to be careful when they go against you. You just got to realize the losses are not capped. You know, going long, you can only lose 100%. Going short, you can lose more than that. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind. But good, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, T-Mac, it is easier. Yeah, but I got to be careful what I say. Then somebody loses money, and then they're like, "He said it was easy." Can vouch, yeah, no, for sure. And again, I'm doing that. Like, am I the best trader? No, I'm not the best trader, and nor do I care to be the best trader. I just want to make consistent profits. I think the you know I think most successful small cap longs are better traders than me, but I don't care. I like what's going in my bank account. That's my goal. And I actually enjoy it. It's, you know, more kidding, but if I was good at going long, I'd do it. But I'm just try to be real with y'all. I'm not good at it. So it's way harder. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's trading is not easy, not easier, but compared to going long, um, it's easier to me. Everything I do, I'm talking about me. Ross got sued years back when a guy said trading was easy. That's wild. Kind of sucks though. You just try to. Oh, let's see. We're getting again. Like I said, I'm not surprised it's popping again. Might should have added. Maybe I should add at 75, but I'm probably not going to. I don't want to get my average down because then I might not let it play as much. Because if I add at 74, 75, then my 79 average drops. And then if it does go against me, it's a bigger loss. So I'm just going to play defense a little bit. Just stick with this position. It's tempting to add here, though. It is tempting. And I'm going to probably take the bait. I'm going to add a little right here. All right. Added some at 75. Got my position a little bigger. Y'all probably like, this dude says one thing, then does the opposite. Just, I'll wait and see what the candles look like more than anything, to be honest.
Seed.
Like, is it making an aggressive move? Is it a casual move? Like, what are we working with? BENF. I'm still in this one. It's looking pretty good. Man, they faked me out. Man, I'm gonna just hold, see if this thing flushes. I'm actually up a decent amount now, but I would love to catch just a nasty flush on this. But the smart thing is to take profit here. Never said I was smart though, so we're in degen mode right now. I want to catch a flush. Get me over 2K for the day. Because I'll probably stop at 9 today. I got work is insane today. I don't even know why I work. We won't start that conversation today. But we all have that. We saw y'all talking about it in the Discord yesterday too. It's just like it's a constant battle for traders. But I got a good job. I can't complain. But focusing on just trading, that sounds like the life. And most of y'all know I did attempt to quit, but they gave me an offer that was impossible to turn down. And now I've gotten a promotion since then, so not how I drew it up, but all good. Come on, flush, dude. The problem is nothing else is moving right now that I'm aware of. Yeah, you gotta. I see y'all's comment back and forth about, and even with how I played MSS. So yesterday, remember how I got in it too early? But I started scaling out of it as soon as I saw it was going against me. What was it? Yeah. So I got in too early, and then when it started going again, I didn't get out, but I started scaling out. So you just gotta have a plan and make that mental plan before you're in that play. I know what I'm gonna do when these plays go against me. I'm gonna scale out. That's what I do. So just make sure there will be a scenario where you're in a stock and that thing is taken off. And if you don't know your plan, or if you just casually think you're going to cut it, that's not going to work, because then you're going to look up and you went from being down $100, now you're down $1,000, now you're down to $3,000, now you're down 5,000. I mean, depending on where your size is. So, like, when you're not in that scenario, it's easy to be like, oh, I'm just going to cut it. Well, it's easy to cut small losses. When it goes against you quickly, even me, you freeze up like, man, I didn't want to take this kind of loss today. And then you keep holding, and then it's actually even, that $1,000 loss is now 2,000. So you got to have a game plan before you're in it. Write it down, whatever, stick to it. I have my biggest loss. Most of y'all know I lost $76,000 in one trade. I used to trade a lot heavier. So there's no way I would be able to do that now. But I have it taped here on my desk. So I look at it every day just to remind me. Because the problem is I'm pretty consistent, which is a good thing. But it also creates, you just kind of get in your groove of thinking you always win. And then when it goes against you, you're just like, I wasn't ready for this. Because again, like I said, it's easy to cut small losses, but then when it like goes against you hard, and the problem is most of these brokers, what is it? You have your max loss. A lot of them don't work in pre-market, and that's what we're trading. So you can't depend on the broker. And even when you have it during the regular hours, like if you get caught in a halt or something else like that, you might have $1,000 max loss, but it might be 3,000 if you get caught in a halt. You know what I mean? Wherever it opens up at. So just always be thinking about that, because that's the only thing that can take you out of this game is too big of a loss. Little losses, that's fine. Who cares? New day. And the reason I'm kind of keep talking about it, because I should probably talk about it more, but just make sure you just always have a game plan when it goes against you, and don't try to come up with it when you're in it, because your judgment's flawed. You're emotional in those moments. And I still haven't mastered that. Y'all have seen me spiral in the Discord or circle where I've turned, should have been a little loss, and then I revenge trade. So it's something that I'm constantly having to deal with, because again, not to brag, but I will win 80-90% of the days in the month. Just those losses, just don't let them get out of control. Joshua, you know what capital means, bro? Your account size. Joey, any tips for scaling out of losers? Are you like accepting some loss while simultaneously freeing up shares to possibly re-enter higher? Yes. It is case by case, but so MSS, like, yeah, it's definitely case by case, and because I'm a discretionary trader, it's kind of hard to explain it, but I have my own numbers in my head that if I see my P&L, if I see it, and the key is it's still going up against me. So if it's stalling, my game plan's different. But MSS was actively yesterday making new highs by the second. So if it's doing that, and I'm already at a loss that bigger than I prefer, I'm just scaling out. Then if we hit a key level like we did yesterday, I'll re-enter if I want to get back in it. But it's one of those things that's hard to teach as a discretionary trader. If you're like one of these future traders and the first 15 minutes it's in this range, and then it gets here, you cut your loss. It's like it's hard. That's like the downside to like shorting small caps discretionary trading, is because every scenario is a little bit different. But yeah, if it's just actively going against me and I'm already at a bigger loss than I want, and it's not at a level I want to scale in, I'm just slowly scaling out, just like I scale out for profit. So I'm up about 180 bucks on this one now, so we might get that flush I wanted. Again, playing pretty light too, only in 150 or 1,500 shares, so this is barely 1,000. Well, about an $1,800 position, I guess, 2,000, something like that. But the point is, not that big of a position. Josh, are you good? I was just trolling. I made it. Siga 25. Where did you get your bear and bull decor on the wall? I actually made it. I'm handy like that. My dad was a carpenter by trade, so I like building stuff. That's why I do. Most y'all know I don't talk about it much, but I have a few properties that I've renovated and do short-term rentals with. And the problem is I like doing things myself, so it delays the projects. But yeah, I'm decent at woodworking. Not great, but decent. I'm actually pretty good, but I'm just slow. Like, so I don't even want to tell you how long those took to make. Probably could have found something on like Etsy or something like that for $100 or something, but I'd rather spend days trying to make things sometimes. If you're at a loss that you didn't want to take, what is your reason to scale out instead of getting out and re-entering if it gets to your key level? That's a good question, Ian. So if I'm still uncertain, I want to not be in this position. So initial pops are the hardest, because I know once you get an intense pop, a lot of times it's going to flush. So like, for example, SKYQ, if I'm in 1,500 shares and I don't see the next level till, like, let's just say $1.50, just something way off, that one I'm just going to cut. I've already had time to look at this ticker. I know where the next level is. But when they're moving actively against you fast, like for me, again, this is for me, And I haven't had a chance to like do my full due diligence. I don't know if I really want to be out of this position. I don't really know where all the levels are. It goes back to what I said. If it's up 100, 200%, I'm going to enter blindly. Not saying that's right, but I'm going to. I know I am because more times than not, they flush. Um, so those were the times I scale out when I'm not certain I don't want to be in the position. It's just like, okay, this one's going against me. I have a decent loss now. I don't want to cut because I'm not going to say it's over, but I want to, if it does keep going, I want the loss to be smaller. And again, that's kind of unorthodox, but I'm just telling y'all how I trade. But if it's like I know the next level is up here at $1.20 and my average is 70, I'm not going to hold till that. I'll probably exit and re-enter. But like MSS, I didn't know where the next level was. You could blink and then you're all of a sudden in the money again. So I don't want to miss if it does flush, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't know if that was helpful, but it's kind of my train of thought with it. If I'm not confident, I want to be completely out of the position, I scale out. Just to get my size down. IBG, man, what was this one? Oh, that was the one play from yesterday I was talking about. IBG. Yeah, that was a good retest. Nice job, Joshua. Killing it, bro. So still in SKYQ, like I said, still about the same spot I was in, about up about 180, 190, bouncing between there. But I kind of want to see if it flushes more. Are we at a level? Let's see where we at. Not really. I don't see anything right here. It's all too impressive. Just don't want this one to come back. Goes back to one of those conversations we had last week. So what's worse, not getting a fit or closing too early or not closing at all and it reverses? I hate when they reverse and I didn't take profit. So I'm gonna see what this candle does the next minute. Oh, 8:30 is 2 minutes away. So I'm gonna stay in it. Maybe we'll get a PR that's distracting. But this one has held up through all the PR. Yeah, 7:30. It's held up through the 7:30 PRs. Well, it was a 7:30 PR. It held up through the 8 o'clock PRs. So let's see what happens at 8:30. Yeah, Joshua, the dark sides. We make money over here, bro. But no, and I appreciate it, bro. But your returns is insane. That's wild. But I can tell you, you know what you're talking about, Joshua. It sounded like you had a good foundation. You're kind of like the best students because you have a foundation before you get into shorting. I like when longs convert to shorting because y'all have had to learn the hard way. It's hard to make money in this market, and you get a good foundation first. Because if you just come blindly into shorting, I think you can still succeed. But I noticed that people that were trading long first, then they flip to short, they usually do the best. You still got to have that foundation. So let's see what SKYQ does. Kumar's yelling at you, Joshua. Got that caps. How much exposure did you take on those? How much leverage you use, Joshua? And do you go by Joshua or Josh? Every Joshua I've ever met goes by Josh. I'm gonna call you J Money. I like that better. J Money. Disregard my question. J Money sounds cooler. I got enough Joshes in my life. My two best friends from like high school and when I was little, I got a thread with them and they're both named Josh. Confusing. J Money does sound cooler for sure. So I'm still holding. This broke a new low. Well, did it? Yeah, barely. So I'm gonna keep holding. I haven't gotten any more alerts, so let's see if anything's moving. I would love for something to steal attention away from SKY. KLTO's moving a little bit. I'm not pulling it up because it's only 20%, but FYI, KLTO is up. CRWG. Is that the one from earlier? CRWG. Did you say that right? That's a leverage. That's a leverage ETF. I'll probably pass on this one. DPRO is trying. IBG. Whoever called that out about that retest, hope you got in it. This thing's flushing. DPRO. What was that level? Was that a 200? Oh, it's a retest level. Why is the line not showing up on the daily? Oh, it's down here. I was looking at it wrong. Okay. It's not a bad play, but it's only up 20%. So I'm going to pass, but appreciate the call out. This is a nice retest though. Very nice retest. PATH is moving, but it's still only up 16%. CRE up 33%. Have we talked about that one? That's some previous levels it's popped to. So I'm only in BENF and SKYQ now. Just holding out, see if SKYQ, if we get a little flush. I don't know if we're gonna get it like quickly. Was hoping it would give it back a little quickly, a little more. This might be more of a slow mover. But let's talk about BENF. What's it doing? Oh, so it bounced off VWAP. Probably should have trimmed some there. So these are the two plays I'm in. I'm gonna pull them up beside each other. Both of them are kind of boring, to be honest. They're slow movers, but there we go. SKYQ. Let's make the next move down. SKYQ. Yeah, we about to break a new low. This is where it likes to keep bouncing at. New low of this move. Simultaneously, BENF is bouncing. There we go. Since we're getting close to the 20,
SLXN.
I might think about trimming some SLXN. So pretty solid move. $3 million float. Might try to play this $5 level. I'll get it pulled up on the screen here in a second. I don't really know what the news is, so I'm gonna trade it light first off. Let's see what's going on with this one now.
SLXN.
Announces positive new human. So it's a. Okay. It's like some. So it announces positive new human cell line data confirming pan-crass activity of whatever demonstrates up to 99.7 in inhibition and first evidence in gastric cancer. So I'm in it at 5, just see if it flushes. Oh gosh, I meant to freaking cover and oh, what a disaster. I'm still all right, but I went to dang cover and I added. But it's back to where I was at. I'm just holding the rest for a flush. Ooh. SKY. Making another move down. BENF is kind of making a move down as well. I'm out at SLXN. I didn't really see any like clear level I really wanted to play on this one. So I kind of just played the $5 psychological level. Still holding on to most of my SKYQ position. Tempted to trim a little here though, just in case it wants to bounce. Y'all know I like to trim at like SMAs and stuff like that, moving averages, areas that I think it could potentially bounce. So I trimmed a little here. And it's close to 9. I'm probably going to wrap up at 9. So I'll start trimming out of this one. It'll probably end up like MSS, go right back to below 50 cents. But again, I don't want to, I'm probably not going to ride it out. It's only up 30% now.
NUWE.
NUWE. I'll miss it, but that's all right. Joe, let's see. It's been more than a week since I have been watching your live stream. Do you have any suggested recommendation for a good platform for shorting stocks? Yeah, TradeZero for sure. I have a link in my description for it. Again, I'm biased because that's what I use, but it's been voted the best short selling broker like 5 years in a row. They have good customer service if there's issues. No commissions over 200 shares, depending on where you live. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I've been using it for 3 years and haven't bounced around. Is there better out there? Maybe, but it works for me. And I like the mobile trading. I like being at a disadvantage. I like the mobile and the paid version, but I don't use the app. So they have a free app, desktop and a paid desktop. I don't really use them. I just trade on mobile, but yeah, I like them. And I have some incentives. If you use my link, you get some discounts and stuff. Oh, Alexander, thanks for hooking me up, bro. You already said all that. Yeah, click. If you click the link, you'll see it has a good breakdown of like what all is included. Does TradeZero have a stop loss on the account if I get to a certain level? What do you mean? Yeah, they have stop losses. How do you use TradeZero with mobile? I don't know. They have an app and I just trade on my phone. Because again, I only do this for you guys. Like I'm not trying to like act like it's charity work. I like doing this, but like if I wasn't live streaming, I just trade on my phone. I don't look at a computer. I mean, 2023 and 2024, I never looked at a computer trading. It's just all on my phone. And still to this year, it's all on my phone outside of live streams. Because I don't know if you notice, like when I do my daily recaps, the one I do on live streams have lines on TradingView and crap like that. The ones outside of the live streams don't, because I just trade just from my phone. I think, but I'm not recommending it. I think I'm at a disadvantage doing that. It's hard to be quick. It's hard to, I don't have any hotkeys, like, but it's what I know, and I don't feel like changing right now. I'm hard-headed because the desktop is way better, I think. Not for me, but for most people. Call NUWE Alpha 4 and let's go. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you learned a few things. But yeah, I like TradeZero. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but they do have good customer service. So if you have issues, they'll usually hop on it pretty quick. Yeah, if you're not used to trading mobile, it's going to be very difficult. But this is how I started with TradeZero because I was traveling a lot and not like vacation, just for work and stuff. So I wanted to be able to trade wherever I went without whipping out a whole computer setup. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So a max loss is, I think, what you meant, not a stop loss. Yeah, it has max loss. You said stop loss. I was like, does any broker not have stop losses? But yeah, I think you mean a max loss. All right, guys. I'll probably wait till 9 to see if there's any pops, but I'm probably going to sign off soon. I might actually not even wait for, but yeah, I'll wait for 9, 8 minutes. See if there's just any interesting pops at 9. But yeah, only available during regular hours. That's how most brokers are, I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, the universal term I think is max loss, but maybe TZ calls it something else. You say risk management. Yeah. I don't use it. I should, but I don't use it. I recommend using it though. But I have my own little ways of, I like keep my account small. Y'all have heard me talk about it before. If it gets over a certain amount, take money out. That's like my little safety net. Oh, nice. That's cool. AIIO is moving up. Missed that. AIIO. Where are we going, guys? A lot of congestion here shortly. This is like a third. What's going on with this one? So it ran up a little bit, and this is kind of some previous highs from a few days ago. No news. Ended up trimming most of my position on SKY here at the 20, and I'm glad I did. BENF, I'm on trim. I'm probably, because I don't want to hold any. Like I said, I got a busy day today. I don't want to be thinking about if my stock's fading or not. It's fun to pull it up when they do, but y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Just like having it in the back of your mind. I need to focus today. I'm bad about check. If I'm in a position, and I'll usually like, if I expect it to fade, I'll set like a stop loss, like, somewhere up here, and then just see if it fades all day. But I have a tendency to check on them too many times throughout the day when I do that. And then when I pull up TradeZero, I'll find something else to trade. And it's just like, that was not the plan. Trade ideas. Highly recommend it. It's the scanner I use. Again, TradeZero is obviously essential because it's my broker, but my number two, if you don't get anything else, you got to have a good scanner. For how you see how we play, I'm like, you got to get in quick. And there's other scanners out there, but I really like Trade Ideas. It's my favorite. Downside, it's not cheap. Most of them aren't cheap, but it's yeah, it's essential for me because again, going back to being a mobile trader, I don't outside of live streams, I don't just stare at a computer like this. I'm usually doing other things, and I have that scanner on, and then when it alerts me, I pull up my phone, look at the trade, take the trade if I want to, then move on to other things. That's how I found again, like I've told y'all, it's paid for itself a millionfold, maybe not a millionfold, but like a thousandfold for sure. Because like even this one yesterday, this is the only intraday play I took. I had my 200 test alerts on, and see where it got. Look at this. Look at this right here at it. So I have an alert that if it gets within a couple percentage, if it gets within I think 2 or 3% of the 200 SMA, it lets me know. So I was just doing my own thing, working, and I got that alert. So guess where I got in? Caught the flush, got in, caught the flush again. So if not, I'm just like constantly looking, and my time is worth a lot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can just stare at stocks all day, but I'm not trying to do that. But I just shared my settings and trade ideas in Discord as well. So, which, by the way, I have a free trial for 7 days, and I have exclusive live streams in there. So I'll be here. What is it today? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then Fridays are usually exclusive in the Discord. We do end of day fades, Friday fades. It's kind of my favorite time to trade. I'm gonna be honest; they haven't been the best fades lately. We've made money, but no like hard fades the last 2 weeks. But the few weeks before that, they were fading hard. I was making a killing last month on the Friday fades. So 1 minute till 9 o'clock. There's nothing I'm really looking at that interests me, to be honest, right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if YCBD fades today, though. But I'm not going to enter it right here. If we get a good little pop retest, I would have. Oh, you said scanner for the news. My bad. That's Stock Titan. I like it, but there could be better. The search, it could be better. Sometimes when I type in a ticker, it won't find it. It's weird. It's like the quickest, but sometimes it won't find the tickers. But Stock Titan's super fast. Looking to see if anything is moving. It's got to be a good setup though, because 9 o'clock is not my best hour. Not seeing much, guys. So I'm probably gonna close out of my positions. I already closed out of B and E and F. Probably end up closing out SKYQ here too. But thank y'all for hopping on. Nothing else that I really want to trade, and I will see y'all in the chat. I'm probably not gonna be super active in Discord today. My schedule's a little wild, but I'll be in there some if I see a good 200. I try to share them when I see them. So see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all.